if you're getting love bombed in a trauma bond
Mm.
or in a healthy dating relationship with a healthy man.
Oh, this is going to be so good. Ladies, we have so many women that are always asking us when the man's energy is coming towards you, is he love bombing me?
Mm,
Or you're stuck in situationships and you're wondering why you can't break free. You're wondering, is this a trauma bond
mm,
or is this chemistry and we're really in love? And then also, how do you know if this is actually just a secure, dating, healthy relationship with a healthy masculine energy man? Well, today we're going to go in depth on exactly how to know so you can be really empowered when you're choosing and you're attracting a healthy man for marriage.
yes, yes. So we're going to get in depth. Make sure you get those notepads out. Again, for those of you who are just joining, I'm Coach B.
Mhm.
Of course, former lifelong bachelor
It's
of,
early.
yes, of 30 plus
Yes.
years. So I'm definitely going to bring it to you from the man's perspective to help you
Yes.
ladies out.
Yes, and for those of you that are new here, what's up? I'm Natasha. I was a former single mama when I was on the dating scene. I was formerly married, went through a whole bunch of loss, had to do a whole bunch of inner healing, and now I actually specialize in helping women heal and re regulate their nervous system, their feminine energy, and their hormones.
Mm,
So, to date, we've helped well over 1,000 women in this area. We help ladies get engaged and married. So if you have gone through a divorce, a loss, a bad breakup, bad dating situation, patterns that you're tired of being in with men breadcrumbing you,
mm.
you are in the right place to
Yeah.
learn how to break those chains for good.
Yes. And that's what I love about it. This information we're sharing is for
Yes.
all women, all
Yes.
ages, all
Yes.
relationship statuses.
Yes.
This relates to you. So I'm excited to go ahead and jump in.
Yes, it's gonna be so good. Yeah, I mean, we have women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s.
Hmm.
And a lot of times women, they want to get married again or they're interested in having a partner again, but they find themselves playing in the same sort of patterns. And when you don't learn from them
Yeah.
and you don't realize your attachment style and what a dysregulated nervous system is, which is we're going to talk about that today, you unconsciously fall into these patterns in
Hmm.
these relationships where you are attracting men that maybe it seems amazing at the beginning
Yeah.
and then he falls away, maybe he's breadcrumbing you, and maybe you're just not really attracted to the healthy guys.
Mhm.
So and it can leave a woman feeling really
Yeah.
frustrated, confused, and just not wanting to date. So we got you, babe.
And we're going to make it so easy for you to
Yes.
identify the difference between the three
Yes.
and so easy to make a decision because
Yes.
a lot of times the reason it's hard to make a decision
Yeah.
because you're not able to identify what's going on in this situation.
Exactly.
But we're going to help you out in that area today.
Okay, so we're going to break it down. We're going to talk about love bombing. We're going to talk about trauma bonding. So if you don't know what that is, we will help you. And we'll also let you know what it looks like when you actually have a healed, healthy,
Mm,
secure relationship when it comes to dating and marriage.
yes.
Okay. And yes, we are married. Somebody's asking, are you guys married?
Mm,
Yes, we are married. Coach B actually had a former engagement, failed engagement. I was also formerly married. My first husband had passed away from cancer. So I was a single mom with four little kids and just really had to navigate
yeah.
the dating scene, the online dating scene in my late 30s. So I
Yes.
understand what it
Yes.
feels like if you feel like a fish out of water, ladies.
And I love the question because you want to make sure the information you're getting
Yeah.
is from people that are actually in that situation. So you
Yes.
don't want to get marriage advice from people that aren't
Yep.
married. So
Yes.
definitely appreciate the question. And the answer is yes.
Yeah, exactly. And also the dating scene has just changed so much. So for those of you that were married before, like back in the day, there was no social media, there was
Mm,
no dating apps, there wasn't even texting when I was first dating for marriage.
wow.
So that's how long ago it was. So when I came back on the dating scene, it was like
Yes.
a whole new world and I was
Mm,
so overwhelmed. But that's why we help our ladies, of course, in our programs
yes.
and on this channel so you don't feel lost. We got
Mm,
you, babe. We got you. I promise. Okay. So, the first thing I want you ladies to know before we talk about love bombing and
mhm,
trauma bonding and chemistry and, secure relationships, all that stuff, you need to understand your where your nervous system is at in your attachment
Yeah.
style. Okay, so I'm just going to summarize that. Can I summarize that really
Oh, go
quick?
right ahead.
Okay, I'm going to summarize that really quick for you ladies. We go really deep in this in the Feminine Energy Academy, but I just want to kind of summarize it for you because this is going to empower you
Mm.
and help you, really prevent you from falling into toxic dating patterns. Okay, so that classic anxious attachment style, when you're dating, how that looks, and even when you're married, what that looks like is you are just what I call the nice girl energy, where you're really good at abandoning yourself to people
Mm.
please. You're really good at abandoning yourself to make the guy
Yeah.
happy, to make other people in your life happy, maybe your mom, the siblings, kids, all that stuff, people at work. You are constantly abandoning yourself, your own needs, your boundaries, things that you want, your standards, your desires, because you're trying to make other people happy.
Mm.
Because you, at a nervous system
Yeah.
level, feel safe and secure when you get people's approval and
Mm.
validation. Okay. And so that's really the easiest way
Yeah.
to kind of define what the anxious attachment style is. The avoidant, on the other side, is getting too close feels
Mm.
uncomfortable.
Mm.
So a lot of my entrepreneur ladies are like this. A lot of men are like this as well, where you're really good at turning off your emotion and getting too close. Like you want that
Yeah.
companionship, but getting too close when it's like time for marriage or it's time to get
Yeah.
serious, you
Yeah.
kind of shut down, withdraw, or you find all the things that are wrong with the other
Yes.
person, and you just need more time
Right.
to get ready.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So.
I don't know if you want to add anything
No,
before
no,
I
I want to go
continue.
into the trauma bond part
Yes.
of it,
Okay.
which is so good because you
Yeah.
talked about it even as our first point.
Yeah.
It's really connected to it as well, the avoidant attachment
Yes.
style as well as the anxious, because it's
Yes.
so many highs and lows
Yes.
as you talk about it.
Yeah.
Like everything's great. I
Yeah.
mean, you guys just can't get enough of each other. Then he
Yes.
ghosts you. It's kind of that back and forth.
Yeah.
Well, it's always making up. You love the makeup stuff,
Yes.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. You
Yeah.
love the highs and lows because he just makes you feel so good,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also the cause of you at times feeling like no one wants you, no one wants to be
Yeah.
around you. And a
Yeah.
lot of times in those situations, it's he's given those signs, but because it's normal,
Yes.
because
That's
this
it.
is maybe what you saw, this is how you grew up,
Yep.
this is how you function in other areas as well, even with your
Yeah.
money. Like you
Yeah.
have money, you're doing stuff, you're
Yep.
going out, then you're sitting at home like, okay, can I pay my bills?
Yeah.
So it's that lack
Yeah.
of balance, but the dopamine hits that you get in
Yeah.
that trauma bond
Yeah.
is what you continue to chase. It's like someone
Yes.
who's on drugs or has some type
Mm-hmm.
of addiction. They know it's not good for them,
Yep.
and I think a lot of us have been in that situation
Yeah.
with something.
Yeah.
You know it's not good for you, but how you feel in that moment, you're willing to take that risk,
Mm-hmm.
even though you know you'll have to pay for it on the other end. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to really understand and just look at the
Yeah.
patterns in your life.
Yes.
The relationships, are they high one moment, then the next moment it's like, okay, I can't stand being around this person. And it's in
Yeah.
those situations, it's usually a you issue more than it
Yeah.
is that other person's issue, because this is probably a pattern that you've
Yeah.
seen throughout your life. So you want to be able to address it so you don't continue in those trauma bond relationships.
That's so good. So, to recap what he's saying, because that was so good, honey. So, the trauma bond is the extreme highs and extreme lows. So, those are a lot of situationships, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where you break up, get back together.
Yes.
You break up, you get back together.
Mm.
And it's an actual addiction. It is literally like a drug addiction or a gambling
Yes.
addiction, because the brain subconsciously is chasing the highs. So, you get that dopamine fix. And so, a lot of times, it's people that are playing in both patterns,
Yeah.
where they're both anxious and avoidant, where it's like, I want to get close to you, and
Yeah.
then you guys get close, you hook up, you get all this dopamine being released, you feel so high. A lot of times you feel in love, you're feeling amazing, and then maybe he pulls away, or maybe something happens, you guys fight, you realize he's not for you,
Right.
he cheats on you, he's not talking nice to you, he's dragging things out, maybe
Mm.
you want to get married and he's just dragging his feet,
Yes.
all of that. And then, so then you guys break
Yeah.
apart, right? And then you miss each other.
Yes.
And then he comes back and he's like, oh, I'm going to do things differently this time. I'm going to, tells you all the things that
Yes.
you want to hear. You guys hook back
Yes.
up, release all this dopamine again, and you keep repeating the same pattern
Yeah.
over and over and over again. And that is a trauma bond.
Yes, and even
Yeah.
adding to it, a trauma bond is unbalanced in a sense of you choose to focus
Yeah.
on the great things that are
Yeah.
happening instead of just the entire
Yeah.
relationship. Then, when things aren't going well, you choose to focus on the bad things. So it's
Yeah.
a lack of balance on both ends,
Yeah.
where it's like you're looking for some type of high. It's not fun
Yeah.
when things are just normal, when you're
Yeah.
just enjoying each other's
Yeah.
company, when life is happening.
Yeah.
That doesn't do much for you in the relationship. It has to be an extreme on one end or
Yeah.
the other for you to feel like this person loves me, this person wants to be with me,
Yeah.
this is the person that I need to be with.
Yes. Question for you, everyone that's watching right now. Can you hear the alarm in the back?
Yeah.
The alarm is going off right now. But we just want to know if you can hear it, because
Yes.
if you can hear it, we'll turn it off.
Yes.
But if not, it doesn't bother us as well. Let us know in the comments. Side note, okay? Or me Adora support, let us know if you can hear
Yes.
that. Okay, so now you understand what trauma bond. And by the way, we're going to help you navigate this so you're not
Hmm.
dealing with this and you know continuing in this pattern.
Yeah.
Because what often happens is the first step is you have to recognize it first. If you don't even recognize it,
Yes.
you will subconsciously keep doing this, and you think it's butterflies, you think it's
Yes.
chemistry, you think it's love, it's just, oh, but I just feel so good, we just
Right.
have such amazing seg together, I just
Yes.
love how he feels,
Hmm.
oh, but he's just such a good
Yes.
person, and I just want to give him another chance. That's what you'll find yourself
Yes.
saying in trauma
Yes.
bonds. Okay, so now let's talk about love bombing, and then we'll talk about what it actually feels like to be in a secure relationship
Yes.
with a healthy masculine man.
Yes.
Okay, so love bombing, I think it's pretty self explanatory. It's when the guy is coming across really, really strong
Hmm.
at the beginning, and then eventually kind of breadcrumbs after that. So it can look like his just energy is coming towards you. He's buying you a lot of
Yes.
gifts. He's like, I never met anyone like you
Yes.
before. He's just showering you with love.
Hmm.
Now, the thing is, I want you ladies to be careful about is a lot of times women, because they have been truly love bombed before, where the guy is like coming towards you hot and heavy,
Yeah.
buying you stuff, making you feel amazing. You guys sleep together. This is what
Mm.
typically happens. You guys sleep together, and then he pulls away,
Yeah.
right? And then now you're like on guard for men love bombing you,
Yes.
right? And we know this because we coach women
Yes.
every single day that would struggle with this. And they're like, how do I know? Is he love bombing me or
Yes.
what?
Yes.
But what I want you to know is there's also healthy men, healthy masculine men, and Coach B talks about this all the time,
Hmm.
where his energy will come towards
Yes.
you. The biggest difference between love bombing and actually just being in a secure, healthy dating relationship is that typically with healthy, secure men, it's more of a slow burn where
Mm.
he might, I mean, his energy will come towards you, he'll be consistent, but it's not going to be so
Yeah.
extreme
Yeah.
and then pulling back right away. It's going to be so consistent to the
Yes.
point where it almost feels maybe overwhelming or boring or
Yes.
normal because he's just so
Yes.
consistent. Yeah.
Yes. And shout out to London. We have someone
Yeah.
on here from London. But the thing about love bombing
Hmm.
is, like you said, it usually happens and comes from a place of no boundaries. When you
Right.
don't have boundaries in place, anything he does, it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Then you start overstepping because you don't have those boundaries in place. You don't have
Yeah.
your love list in place. So you're open to whatever instead of
Hmm.
understanding that even though a healthy man's energy is coming towards you,
Yeah.
like you said, a healthy masculine energy man isn't going to overdo it because
Yeah.
most healthy masculine energy men understand that being with you is an investment. So before he just goes all out and does everything you want, he's
Yeah.
trying to make sure that this is something worth moving forward with.
Yeah.
So it'll be a slow burn in the sense of he may want to see you, he may want to do things, but he's not throwing the kitchen sink at you on day one.
Yeah.
He's not telling you everything you need to hear. He's not telling you he loves you, he wants to be with you
Yeah.
forever. You're the best person ever. He may feel like that
Yeah.
on day one, but he also understands that until he gets to know you, until the
Yeah.
things that are important to him, until he gets a chance to see those things, he's not going to overdo it. He's not going
Yeah.
to overstep in that area because he doesn't want you to feel unsafe. He doesn't want to
Yeah.
set you up where you're confused or anything like that. So most
Yeah.
healthy masculine energy men would rather go the slower route
Yeah.
initially.
Yes.
And when I mean slower route, I'm talking about not doing a whole bunch for you, not, trying to impress you, all of this. No, they want to get to know you. Then you get everything. Once they feel like you're the
Yeah.
one, you get everything. And
Mhm.
this is a key as well. They don't want anything in return. You don't owe them. You don't owe them
That
for
was good,
doing
babe.
this.
That
It's
was
not
good.
like, okay, now
Yeah.
I've done this for you, so now we have to have sex, or
Yeah.
now we have to do this. You have to, no. I'm doing this because I want to be with you. I'm showing you
Yeah.
that I want to be with you. Now you have a decision to make if you
Yeah.
want to be with me as well.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. Another sign that this is actually a healthy, secure man versus just someone that is trying to love bomb you
Hmm.
is you can say no. You can hold your
Yes.
boundaries so he can. I love what you said, honey,
Yeah.
where his energy is coming towards you. He's taking you on dates. Maybe he is buying you flowers. That's fine. But his energy is coming towards you.
Hmm.
He's calling you. He's planning things for
Hmm.
you. And if you don't feel comfortable, kissing right away,
Hmm.
sleeping together right away, all that stuff, which is what we encourage,
Hmm.
he's not triggered.
Yeah.
He's not pulling away and like triggered or trying to push himself onto
Yeah.
you, right? He's okay with that slow burn because healthy masculine men, provider type men, they are like that in all areas of their
Yeah.
life, right? So they're not like really high, really low lows. They're stable.
Mm.
And for a woman that hasn't healed her nervous system, and I know this because we coach so many women,
Mm.
until you heal your nervous system, it's going to feel boring to
Yeah.
you. He's going to feel boring because he's so stable. And the brain is used to the really high highs and then used
Hmm.
to the bottom falling out.
Yeah.
So if you're used to that excitement, chemistry, fireworks, but then you're also bracing your nervous system for the bottom to
Mm.
fall out, like, oh, this is too
Yes.
good to be true. When is he going to tell me that he secretly has 5 kids?
Yeah.
That he actually is married,
Yeah.
or he's just not interested in marriage or whatever. You're bracing your nervous
Yes.
system for the bottom to fall out, right? So, how do you actually heal this so you can feel
Mm.
safe and secure in a healthy relationship? Like, in our situation, the first thing I need you ladies to do is you need to understand your attachment style.
Mm.
Like, really understand your attachment style because that was formed from childhood. What also plays a role is your nervous system and your past relationships. So
Mm.
marriage, past situationships, past dating
Mm.
relationships, your relationship with your dad, that all determines how you bond to men. This is really important,
Yeah.
okay, to become aware of it. If you're not sure, I actually have a whole attachment style quiz and program to help you heal this. You can literally try it out for free today. It's when you jump into the Feminine Energy Academy, it's called Mastering
Mm.
Detachment, Healing Your Attachment Style,
Yes.
okay? And in there, I actually walk you through you identifying what your attachment patterns are in
Mm.
dating
Yes.
and with money.
Yes.
And with money, because those two things mirror each other.
Yes.
And then I have a whole program to help you heal that.
Yes.
Okay. So that's your first step. The next thing is you want to really work on re regulating and healing your nervous system. Because if you're not healing your nervous system, you're going to be running in survival mode.
Mm.
And when you're in survival mode, because of the loss that you've been through, the trauma that you've been through, you are more prone to getting attached really
Yes.
easily to the wrong
Yes.
guys, finding the wrong guys
Yes.
attractive, falling into situationships where the guy is not stepping up for marriage. Or we also see the other opposite, the extreme opposite, where you're so avoidant, where you're
Mm.
hiding. You're in your hiding energy. You don't actually want to put yourself out there to date.
Yes.
So it's really, really important that you actually heal your nervous system as well. And once you do, your life will feel way more calm, way more stable. Your relationship to men will feel way more stable. Their energy will come towards you, and your relationship to money will be more stable. It won't
Mm.
be this high highs and the low lows with
Mm.
money as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's so good. The attachment style quiz is so
Yeah.
good. And the good thing about it is not just you get to identify
Yeah.
where you're at because it's just bringing awareness, but you
Yeah.
also get the tools so you can heal from it. Because one thing that we see people do, okay, this is who I am, and start
Yeah.
identifying in that. But what it is that we do for you is help you to identify where you're at, but
Yeah.
step away from it. Because a lot of times what happens is because we grew up that way, because
Yeah.
people have told us this is who we are, we
Yeah.
just take on that identity. We don't
Yeah.
question it. It's like tradition, right?
Yeah.
Most traditions are passed down because, okay, you did it. And I won't even question, is this something that I need to continue doing? But being able to question, like, is this healthy for me?
Yeah.
Is this type of avoidant or
Yeah.
anxious attachment style, is this healthy, or do I need to distance myself from it,
Yes.
fall out of agreement with it? Because the main thing we
Yes.
always look at is what are the results you're getting in life,
Yes.
in the area of relationship, in the area of money. Is it a revolving cycle of continue of things just continuing
Yeah.
to be good and
Yeah.
bad? Or is it something that's stable? And that's something that we talk about as well.
Yeah.
Just the healthy masculine,
Yeah.
and not even just man, but masculine energy in general. The
Yeah.
healthy is super consistent. It's
Yeah.
consistent. And if you're not in a healthy place, it'll feel boring as well.
Yeah, exactly. And just so you ladies know, like uh, in our dating relationship and marriage, I had gone through so much trauma and loss,
Hmm.
and I was in survival mode. My nervous system was dysregulated. All the stuff that we teach you ladies,
Yeah.
that was me before, right? That's why we can teach it so well. And I'll let you know, coming out of that, because I was in survival mode since about 2015.
Mm,
So my first husband was diagnosed with cancer. It was like 3 years of cancer treatments,
mm,
surgeries, and I had four little kids. Like two kids were still in car seats. That's
mm.
how little they were, right? So my nervous system was so
Yeah.
traumatized in survival mode. I didn't have the tools that we teach the ladies in
Yeah.
the Feminine Energy Academy. So I didn't know about nervous system re-regulating.
Mm,
I didn't know about emotional mastery, feminine energy, any of that stuff. And then fast forward, then I'm a single mom for four, almost 5 years. So that's a lot of
yeah.
years of just having a really dysregulated,
Yeah.
traumatized nervous system where you're just running, in survival mode. And that's like a lot of you ladies too, especially if you're running businesses on top of it, where you could look good on the outside, but inside you're anxious, you're stressed, you're triggered, and you're just not attracting great guys. And then when you heal that, what will happen, ladies, to give you hope, okay, is you're going to attract really stable
Yeah.
men that are in their provider energy.
Yeah.
And when that type of man shows up, because you got to be in this energy first. They don't come in and then you relax. No, you got to be in this energy first. You got to really have that heal regulated nervous system first to be in that feminine energy. And then you'll start attracting really high quality men. And then what happens is when we met and like when we were our whole time we were together dating, it felt very calm.
Yeah.
It felt very relaxed. So it wasn't like, oh my gosh, fireworks. And, I thought he was amazing.
Yeah.
I think he thought I was amazing too. But the best way to describe it is it just felt really calm. It
Yeah.
just felt really normal,
Yeah.
right? There was no high highs and there was no low lows. And even to this day in our marriage, there's never been really high highs
Hmm.
and there's never been really low lows. It's just been so stable.
Yeah.
And for a woman that is not used to that, she would find that boring. And I know
Mm.
this because we coached you, right? And they would be like, oh, this is too boring. I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm into him, stuff like that.
I don't feel any
I don't
sparks.
feel any sparks.
Yeah.
But when you are really calm and regulated as a woman, you're going to feel so calm.
Mm.
And even in our first year of marriage,
Hmm.
this whole year, uh, at first I thought that something was wrong with me because I always felt kind of sleepy and like I just wanted to relax and sleep. But then I realized it's because I had spent what, 8, 9 year, 10 years almost in complete survival mode,
Mm.
running off of cortisol and adrenaline
Mm.
every day. Right. And so now I'm not running off of adrenaline and cortisol for money, for finances, for relationships.
Yeah.
So then when you're healing, you almost feel really calm and like almost like you want to sleep more because your body is just so relax. But
Mm.
that's what it feels like to be in the presence of a healthy man.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good, and shout out to we have a couple people, one from Kenya and
Oh,
one
what's
from Hungary.
up?
So
I love it.
definitely appreciate you all
Well,
jumping on.
I have to say, okay, so just so you know, my grandpa is from Hungary, so I'm part Hungarian. Okay, I just want to mention that. And
Yeah,
also, we have so many women that are in our FEA that are in Africa,
yeah,
right? That are we've had women get married and
yes,
everything in Africa.
yes,
So the stuff that we teach is global.
yes.
We've had women all across the globe meet their husbands, get married, do a whole bunch of healing. So what's up?
So shout out to you. I want to jump into
Yeah,
a
let's
couple
do
of
it.
questions. Says, hey
Oh,
coach.
should we mention Saturday first
Yeah, go ahead. You want to
before
go ahead
we
and dive
you want me
into
to? Okay.
Saturday? We got some special things planned. Of
Yes.
course, this is your birthday
Mhm.
month and a half, 2 months. So we're going
I
to
love it.
celebrate once again this Saturday, and we're going to go ahead and for everyone that's
Yeah.
watching, if you want to jump into the Feminine Energy Academy again, it's a free 7-day trial. But what we're going to do for our YouTube audience
Yes.
is we're going to give away one free 1 year long membership, and it's going to be
Yes.
random. We're going to do a drawing to
Yes.
choose the person, but I don't care if you come in there one day and
Yes.
just you can still get picked. So it's no special order, but
Yeah.
we're going to do that for our YouTube audience in celebrating your birthday.
Yeah, I'm turning 40, ladies. Turning 40. And yes, I am aging in reverse. So once you hit 40, every year you just start getting younger and younger and younger. That's just the energy I've called
Yes.
in. Okay. So if you're in that energy, you're definitely part of my tribe.
And our special guest this Saturday.
Yes. Okay. So we have a special guest also this Saturday, one of our ladies in the Feminine Energy Academy who got married at 53
Yes.
years old. Okay. It's actually Coach B's
Yes.
sister. So she recently got married and she's going to go through 3 things that she really focused on
Yes.
to attract and receive her provider energy husband after going through divorce and being a single mom
Yes.
with 2 kids in her 50s.
Yes.
Okay. So you think you don't like dating? Okay, she was in her 50s,
Yes.
right? So she's going to be doing the masterclass this Saturday. It's free for you ladies. So
Yes.
you can jump in right now. You can, get access to the attachment style quiz. You can do some healing. You can jump on Saturday's masterclass. And then, of course, we're going to do a birthday giveaway as
Yeah.
well.
And this is for even you boss babes.
Yes.
I mean, of course, Dr. Bridget is a PhD,
Yes. Yes.
long time boss in her field, and
Yeah.
that's the thing I love about it because
Yeah.
it's not that she, okay, I want to get married, but no, she was
Yeah.
in for a time frame, she was okay in her mind, like, okay,
Yeah.
I'm just going to do myself. But then she made those adjustments
Yeah.
when she decided that she wanted to get back in the dating
Yeah.
field and get married. So she'll
Yes.
definitely give some good tools and tips to help the ladies this weekend.
Well, what I love about her story is she squashes all the limiting beliefs that women come
Yes.
to us at. Oh, I'm in my 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
Nope, she was in her 50s.
Yes.
Oh, I'm too dark skinned. They just want light skin. No, she's dark skinned. Oh no, they're intimidated of me
Yes.
because I'm a boss babe. No, she's a
Yeah.
PhD. Okay. She like works with the elite of the elite. So she just squashes everyone's excuses. Oh, but I'm a single mom. She was a single mom.
Yeah.
Oh, but I have this horrible ex. I went through a divorce. She went through divorce. Okay. So this will be a really encouraging story for you ladies on really how to have hope again, but also be super strategic when
Yes.
you want to get married again.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll jump into some of the questions. Says, hey coach, been divorced for
Mm-hmm.
over 10 years
Yep.
and got used to being single.
Yep.
I
Oh my
think you can
gosh.
relate to that.
Yep. Yep.
Is that normal for a 40-year-old?
Okay. I love that. I love that you said that. So, what I realized, because I come from 4 generations of single parenthood, everyone in my family was single. Okay. And so I realized when I think it was coming into 4 years of me being single, and I was like, wow, I'm really comfortable with my life. I'm really comfortable being single. So a lot of times women will find themselves in that situation, especially if you've done a lot of inner work, inner healing. You're just happy with your life. I was really happy with my life and I was happy being single. But that's what was my light bulb moment of like, oh my gosh, this is why women stay single until their 50s and 60s, 70s. And then a lot of times they regret that. So for you, If you've been single for 10 years, I definitely encourage you to just question, hey, do I want to get married again? Do I want to have a partner? Because if you do, your time is now,
Yeah.
babe. And I'm not sure if you're a single mom, but that for me is what lit a fire under my butt because I understand the importance of having a
Yes.
masculine energy man in the home. Ladies, yes, we're amazing, and if we have to, we can do it all, but that's not part of God's plan for
Mm.
our children, right? So just really ask yourself, do you want to have a healthy man in your children's life? Do you want to show your children how to date for
Yes.
marriage? Do you want to show your children what a healthy marriage looks like? Because otherwise, you are just passing your trauma onto your children. Okay. So for me, I was like, no, my kids need a dad.
Hmm.
They deserve a dad. And I believe this is God's will for our lives. So I didn't really feel like it. Okay. Just to be honest, I didn't feel like doing this, but I'm going to put myself out
Yeah.
there, do the stuff that we teach our ladies in the FEA, and we're going to attract an amazing husband and father for the kids. And let me tell you, our lives are
Yeah.
amazing. It has changed the whole trajectory of the kids' life
Yeah.
just having Coach B in our
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
Yeah. And just to even look at it, I see a few more comments in
Yeah.
there. The information we're giving you is really, and I'm
Yeah.
looking at a couple of the guys in here. One guy has a
Yeah.
sign up, says we're giving away his secrets.
Yeah.
And this is, and men know this stuff is true, but the
Yeah.
thing is, most men, and I was the same man as well, most men aren't going to tell you this stuff,
No.
especially if they're not with you, if you're not married. They're going to let you go and bump your head, do whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
because most men, and this is just a reality, most men are looking for an opportunity, so
Yeah.
they're not going to give away their secrets. They want to, they want to have
Yeah.
their cake and eat it too. But the
Hmm.
good thing about us really being able to give you the perspective, coming to you, not having a horse in a race,
Yeah.
not caring, if you want to hear, if you don't want to hear, this is the truth,
Yeah.
and telling you because I'm good. They say we're good over here. I'm good. So I don't
Yeah.
have anything to hide from you, but just being able to give you this information, because this is what we're seeing with this information. We're seeing ladies transform.
Yeah.
We're seeing ladies, they say you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Not
And
true.
it's not the ladies, they're not dogs or anything, but
Yeah.
we're definitely helping
Yeah.
ladies as they get older learn things that they never learned. And once they apply them, they're seeing the results right away. This isn't something
Yeah.
where you have to wait 6 months.
Yeah.
No, ladies are seeing the results the first 24 hours they jump into the Feminine Energy Academy.
Yeah, exactly. And ladies, this is stuff that I learned way before I started dating
Yeah.
him. So a lot of times men are not aware of this.
Mm.
This is why it's so important for you as a woman, as a feminine, to really empower yourself with this type of knowledge so that you can date with confidence. You're not going to be triggered. You're not going to feel insecure. You're not going to, be bothered if a
Yes.
guy, stops texting you or stops calling you or whatever because you're doing the stuff that we teach.
Yes.
Dating will feel fun. That's one of the biggest signs
Yes.
that what you're doing is actually working and that you're actually healed in your nervous system and your feminine energy and you're doing the stuff that we teach is dating will feel fun.
Yes.
And you will know more stuff than the guys know because they're not aware of
Yes.
this, right? And so that empowers you as the woman to make really good choices on
Yes.
who you want to date and marry.
Yes. Giving
Yeah.
you the cheat code.
Yes, literally.
So we have another question, says, when my relationship doesn't work out, I tend to shut down, put up a wall, and go on hiatus. It feels like I'm going in a circle. So it's more of a comment,
Yeah.
but those same
It's
patterns
the
that we
same
talk
pattern.
about,
Yeah.
those same patterns where it's just a cycle of you going through it, and it's
Yeah.
because those high and lows a lot of time as
Yeah.
well, and then going to the relationship with that story of maybe
Yeah.
everything's going to just go bad at some point, because it
Yes.
always does. So it's
Yeah.
so important to change your thought process on how you're thinking about relationship, and then you'll attract different type of guys. But if your thought process remains the same, you'll continue in that cycle.
Yeah.
And one thing that you always say that I love is you can't get healed in
Yeah.
the same place that you got hurt, something like
Yes,
that,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yes,
So
exactly.
if you're going through that cycle, you have to step out and do something
Yep.
different. Otherwise, you'll continue in that cycle, in that circle.
Yep.
And Like we always say as well, it'll be 5 years down the road, 10
Yeah.
years down the road. Now you're not able to attract the same type of guy that you once were.
Yeah.
So it's best once you identify, like you have, now to take quick action
Yeah.
and do something different, which we suggest the Feminine Energy Academy, but
Yeah.
do something different so
Yeah.
you can see different results.
Ladies, if this is happening, if this has happened more than one time, it's a pattern in your life.
Hmm.
Okay, so if you've attracted the same type of man more than once, that is a pattern.
Yes.
Same with money, same with dating, same with everything in your life, same with even eating, right? If
Yeah.
you want to have your dream body, but you find yourself yo yoing,
Yeah.
that is a pattern. This is why in the Feminine Energy Academy, we work on all three patterns.
Mm.
We work on your eating pattern, so your body, your hormones, right? If you want to lose weight, we work on your relationship, so
Yeah.
dating and marriage, and we work on your relationship with money because guess what, babe? You're the common
Yes.
denominator. And what will happen, we see it all the time when the women heal these patterns in their lives so they're not trauma bonding anymore. Their income goes up, their cash flow goes up, and they attract men that want to
Yes.
marry them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to get to this question to one of the ladies in our Feminine Energy
Okay.
Academy, Kentora. Kentora says follow-up questions from last week's live. What if what if you are wanting to go back to school full time but still want to date for marriage? Do you
Mm.
think that it's possible to balance the two?
Yeah, definitely. But what I'm going to really encourage you, Kantora, is really taking time to take care of your health first.
Mm.
Okay. So, really, really taking time to take care of your health because as a woman, when you take on more things, so it could be school, it could be work, it could be dating, whatever, and you haven't healed your nervous system and your hormones, it's going to add more stress to your body.
Mm.
And I care about your body and your health more than anything else.
Yeah.
The men, the school, the money, all that stuff is a bonus.
Yes.
But you need to be in a really healthy place first. That's going to be my biggest encouragement to you. And what will happen is when you really take care of your body, so your cortisol is not spiked, for example, right? Like you have energy, you're
Mm.
sleeping good, you're eating good, you have healthy eating patterns, you have space to work out and take care of your body first. That's your starting point. What will naturally happen, and of course, you've let go of things in your life that no longer serve you, which for you, I know you have been doing because you're in the FEA. But then now you have more space to
Hmm.
take on more things.
Yes.
So if it's going back to school, okay, let's do that. What does that look like? Have healthy boundaries in place, and then or is your priority dating for marriage,
Hmm.
right? Then making sure that you have space and you have capacity for that. Now, if you have the space and the capacity to do both, of course you can do both, babe. But the more you take on as a woman, ladies, listen, okay? The more you take on as a woman, the more important it is for you to take care of your body and your hormones
Hmm.
and have really healthy boundaries around you just refilling your cup. Okay? So like sleeping and literally all the stuff we teach you in the Feminine Energy
Yes.
Academy, but it is possible.
Yes, definitely it's
Yeah.
possible. And like you said, health is wealth. So really taking care of your health
Yes.
first. Then you have to decide what's the most important thing you want to do moving
Yeah.
forward. Because no matter if you're doing both and you have a good balance, it's taking time away from you. So
Yeah.
what's the purpose behind wanting to
Yes.
go to school? Okay,
Yeah.
what's the purpose behind wanting to get married? And
Yeah.
then you have to prioritize because one thing you have to consider is going to school and now you're getting a higher education, which is great, but now you potentially have more bills. Now you have to work more. How it has a domino effect.
Yes.
If your priority is getting married and dating for marriage, then you want to position yourself in that way. But when you take on more things, it
Yeah.
takes away more of your time and you're not as available to do the things that are most important to you. Now, I'm not telling you what's most important to you,
Yeah.
but I want you to look at it because what we've seen as well, sometimes we see people that are taking on other stuff. They may want to prove something. They may
Yes.
want to do it because okay, I'm gonna get this degree from my mom, because she
Yes.
always wanted me to get this. So
Yeah.
you have to really think about why you're doing it and think about what's most important because
Yeah.
again, getting a degree may be 3 to 5 years,
Yeah.
depending on if you're full time working or whatever
Yeah.
the case is. And now that's potentially 3 or 5 years that you had to focus on that, and you're
Yeah.
not able to share in your energy,
Yeah.
especially if you have kids. And this isn't just
Yes.
you, Contour, but just for anyone. If you have kids, if you have
Yeah.
other responsibilities, how does your time look during the day? And are you available for a man to see? Or are you focused on just making sure you're doing what you need to do to pay these bills and to go to
Mhm.
school? So it changes
Yep.
so much when you start focusing on multiple things.
Yes. And I don't know if you're available, Couture, after this, but after this live stream, we're going to jump into the Feminine Energy Academy and do some live
Yes.
coaching with the ladies in there. So if you're available, I would love
Yes.
for you to jump on there because I actually want to talk to you more about this
Mm,
and really show you the thought process
yes.
around how to make decisions like this.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll be for the ladies in the Feminine Energy Academy. If you're available right now, you can meet us. I think we're going to go on
At
at about at
12.
12
Yes.
o'clock Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern
Yes.
time. We'll be live in the FEA, and that's when we can really go deeper
Yes.
with you ladies, and it's more personal. It's just
Yes.
the women in there. We can actually coach you through
Yes.
scenarios like this.
And
Yeah.
we do have and we'll get, and like you said, we'll dive deeper into that
Yes.
at 12 p.m. Pacific. One question says, does the FEA community help with inner healing work,
Mm.
or does the inner healing help come from the individual coaching with either Coach B or Coach Tosh? Thank you for the hope and value you bring to us all.
Oh my gosh, I love that question. So you have all of that. So the entire Feminine Energy Academy is about inner healing, but it's also about you attracting what it is that you're calling in.
Mhm.
So we have it's like a whole bunch of different programs. It's literally thousands of dollars of coaching programs that you can go at your own pace. So it's the hormones and weight loss, it's that inner healing, attachment styles, nervous
Mhm.
system healing, learning how to date for marriage, the practical, setting up your dating
Yep.
profile, learning how to communicate with the masculine, and then also healing your relationship around money. Now, on top of that, we have group coaching. So, for example, after this live, we're going to jump in there live, and our ladies can ask us questions, and we will coach you through your specific scenarios. And then also on Saturdays, we have exclusive
Yes.
private masterclasses only for the ladies in the FEA. And that's also an opportunity for you to get coached by us.
Yes.
So you literally have everything you need to do all the healing that you
Yes.
need, but also get the skills that you need to call in that dream life, the dream body, the dream man, the dream business. You get all of it in there. It's literally like personal development on
Yes.
steroids, but in the feminine energy way.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Andrea, she's in the FEA. She says, "Good morning. I'm at work on my break. I'm
Oh,
glad to be seeing you
hey,
all live."
babe. Yeah.
And I want to get to one more, and we'll go deeper with this one within the FEA. But I want to throw it out there. This is Alicia. She says, "Hey guys, so I've been told I overthink and think negatively about worst case scenarios.
Yeah.
How can I overcome negative thoughts around relationships?" And we're going to go deep into that with
Yeah.
you. We're going to jump on about 12 o'clock because I know
Okay.
this is a question that other ladies have as
Yes.
well,
Yeah.
because other ladies may be dealing with
Yeah.
something similar. So
Yeah.
definitely jump in at 12. But did you want to add something
I
before?
I do want to add this one thing though, ladies. If you struggle with that overthinking, that am I saying the right thing? Am I not saying the right thing? Am I doing the right thing?
Mm,
Am I not doing the right thing? And you're just constantly obsessing about that. That is an example of that anxious
yes.
attachment pattern, okay? Where you don't trust yourself. So, how you heal that is by actually doing the work that we teach you in the
Yes.
Feminine Energy Academy. It's not going to be from watching one live stream
No.
on YouTube. Okay. We actually have to go underneath the hood and we have to do subconscious reprogramming,
Yeah.
that neuroplasticity. So for people that are like, how do I change my attachment style? And can you actually change your attachment style because it was developed at childhood? Yes, you 100% can. That's what neuroplasticity is. It's you actually rewiring your neural networks in the brain. That's the area I specialize in. And the entire Feminine Energy Academy is about that. Okay. Because you can't be in your soft, calm, juicy, magnetic, feminine energy in
Mm-hmm.
dating or in marriage or with your business if you're constantly anxious and stressed and your nervous system is constantly in survival mode. Okay. So it does take that repetition, but it does take that neural reprogramming, which, is what we do in the FEA. But we can go more into that in the FEA today.
Yeah. And I know it's so many questions as well. Someone was asking, how do I share this with my niece? My
Yeah.
niece needs to hear this.
Yes.
Definitely, you can share the link as well
Yeah.
for your niece to jump in. It's a free 7-day
Yeah.
trial celebration this Saturday. We're celebrating my wife's 40th birthday together in the FEA. And the
Mhm.
great thing about it is usually on people's birthdays, you get something, but
Yeah.
on your birthday, you're
Yeah.
giving away a
Yes.
free 1 year membership that's valued at over $500. So
Yes.
you get a free 1 year membership. We're going to do a drawing for our YouTube audience. So
Yeah.
jump in right now so you're in line. Plus, you get to jump on the masterclass Saturday that we're doing with Dr. Bridget,
Yeah.
who's going to tell her story as well.
Yes, exactly. That'll be so good. Plus, when you get in there, message me your questions.
Mhm.
Message me, let me know, hey, this is what I'm going through. What do you think? What areas should I work on? If you're not really sure what you should focus on first, that is a place where you can
Yes.
get help from us, where we can really work with you and just help you navigate, especially my single mamas.
Mm,
I mean, that's literally why I wanted to have the Feminine Energy Academy, because it's just different when you're a single mom, right? Dating is different when you're a single mom.
mm,
Running businesses is different. Taking care of your body, everything is different when you're a single mom, especially if you've gone through a loss, right? And I know what that feels like. And you don't need more things to do.
mm,
You don't need more things to do as a mom, but you do need help learning how to navigate
yes.
your life so you don't feel overwhelmed, stress out your hormones, put on all this weight,
Mm,
right? Hormone weight, because you're so stressed out. Have PCOS, have fibroids, adrenal fatigue, perimenopause, menopause issues, because your hormones are so stressed out. That is what the FEA is about, is helping you relax, calm down in your nervous system, in your hormones. And naturally what happens is it's so magnetic to the masculine energy, man.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So if we missed your questions, no issue. Jump into the FEA. We're going to go over
Yeah.
all the questions, and go a lot deeper
Yeah.
for you ladies that are in there.
Yeah, and I just want to end with this one thing. If you are worried about love bombing,
Mm,
trauma bonding, all that stuff, the best thing I can say that will help you is, as you fill up your own cup, so you
yes.
actually are really happy with your life. You're happy about
Yes.
yourself. You are moving through your day unbothered, not triggered. You're happy, you're fulfilled. What happens is there's no space for someone to come in and just love bomb you, because
Mm,
you're already full.
yeah.
You're already full, right? It's people that hate their life, they're depressed, they're feeling lonely, that are haven't done any inner healing, that usually become a victim of trauma bonding
Yeah.
and love bombing, because you're not loving yourself. That is your starting point. So anyway, I
Yes.
love you so much.
And we'll see you all in the Feminine Energy Academy.
Okay, we'll see you ladies.